Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between pricing high and pricing low with video. So a lot of people think that to make money in video, you have to price high, and that's kind of true. But you can make good money pricing low, and I'm going to explain how, and I'm going to explain like the thought process behind it, both sides, because at the end of the day, I don't want everyone. This is the problem. A lot of guys always want to go pricing high, pricing high, pricing high, but they don't realize that a lot comes with that and a lot of things that they can't handle. So it's okay to price low, but there's a way to do it so that you can still make money and still live a very good life. So let's get straight into it, right? So first things first, video is a luxury for a business. Treat it as such. Whether you price high or you price low, video is a luxury, right? Now, what do I mean by that? I mean by you don't need video to start a business. If I'm going around, let's say I sell Post-it notes, right? I don't need a video. I don't need a website. I don't need ads. I don't even need a CRM. All I need is somewhere, someplace for people to get in contact with me. That could be a phone number or an email. That's really all I need. I can go door to door and knock on doors of businesses and sell these. And I guarantee people will buy, right? Like if I'm cheaper than, let's say, Walmart, people will buy. People are like, oh, how much is it? Oh, $2-3. Oh, yeah, for sure. People will buy. So I don't need a video. I don't need a website. I don't need any of that stuff, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people like to pitch that people need video when you really don't. You don't, right? And I want you guys to understand that, because once you understand that people don't need video, you more so understand what type of clients you should be going after and how you should be framing it to them, right? So there's three type of clients that you can sell video to, right? So the first type of client is puppies. And this is stuff that I made up, by the way. I haven't found this anywhere on the internet. I found whales, but these other three tiers, I haven't found it. This is like just me from my experience. So puppies is usually a beginner B2B or even a B2C. Now, B2B is business to business. B2C is business to consumer. A beginner business to business will be like, I'm trying to think like someone selling like incense, or someone selling candles, or a rapper performing at a local show. Like that's very beginner business to business. And yes, rap is a business. So that's very beginner business to business, meaning they don't have that much business sense. They're probably not even bringing that much money in. And they're usually the easiest people to sell, because you can just be like, hey man, I'll do you a video for $50. And like, oh great, yeah, $50, sure. They don't even know what the video's for. They don't even know how to use the video. They don't know the purpose of the video. They don't understand. They just know I have a cool video. Didn't cost me that much money. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Right. So that's a beginner B2B. So even like, let's say like your friend had like a t-shirt company, or like, someone who's like that just started off their esthetician clinic, or someone that just started off their and this is not just like, this is like any business that just started off. That's in a nutshell. Any business that just started, they don't need video, but they're usually the easiest to sell, and they usually want to spend the less, right? B2C, for example, would be like a wedding, or like a birthday party. I've had people hit me up for video for like, little birthday parties for their kids. Just like just business to consumer. They're not a business, but they still need video, so it's business to consumer. So easiest to sell, cheapest to buy, not even sure why they need video. Right? Cool. Now the second tier is wolves. And the reason I labeled it like this is because puppies are, if you guys have puppies, they're like usually kind of needy. They need a lot of care and attention. They're kind of annoying sometimes. That's why it's a puppy. A wolf doesn't really need your attention that much. Doesn't really need, they can hunt on their own. They do survive in packs, but again, they can operate by themselves. So it's kind of the same thing with businesses, right? So a wolf is already a business with revenue, right? Now, these type of people, they usually don't need video, but they understand video helps. So, right? So just like puppies, like I was saying, like when someone starts a business, they can go door to door, they can get clients this way, that way. After that option is exercised, they're like, okay, we have a decent base of clientele. Now we can use video to scale and get more clients. Those are the wolves, right? So, for example, one of my clients right now is a physical therapy clinic. They have a strong presence in their community. They do a lot of community events, a lot of networking events. So they have a decent base of clientele, but then they brought me on board for video to go get more clients, right? That's usually how it works with like those type of businesses. They usually get the low to the middle package. And usually when you sell, you usually have 3 packages. I'll get more into that later, but usually they get the low to the middle package, and they have used or thought about using video before. So they do understand the power of video in some form or fashion, right? So now they maybe do not have the big budget to get the big tier package, but they're able to afford the middle to the lower tier to the point where you can sell to them, and as long as you make it make sense to them, you guys are both happy. They're happy with what they're getting. You're happy with what you're getting paid, and you can live off of that, right? So like my client, the physical therapy clinic, she has the middle package, and I've been with her for about a year. So a year of every month or every other month getting paid, on a consistent basis is decent enough, right? Like let me do the numbers right now. So she pays me 3,500. And sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's every other month. It depends on the business. If they're slow, they usually don't bring me on board, but it's consistent enough to where I can say confidently that it's every other month. So let's say every other month, let's say times 6. So they're paying me about 20,000 a year, which is okay, right? Like if I only see them a few times every other month, like that's more than enough. Like I'm good. So 20,000, that's great. So yeah, so these are wolves, right? So next one, this is the type of client that everybody wants. These are whales. And the reason why they're called whales is because if you like look on National Geographic and you see whales usually have like a bunch of little fish kind of just hanging on, and the fish eat off of them. The fish don't have to hunt any other fish. They don't have to hunt any other food because they just eat whatever the whale just drops. And that's usually what a whale is, right? So like big clients, they have so much traction, so much attention, so much clientele on their own that you can poach clients. Not poach, that's the wrong word, but you can get clients just from being near them. Think of like D-Rock and Gary Vee. I'm sure a lot of people want to work with D-Rock just because he's worked with Gary Vee. That's a whale of a client. Same thing with Alex Hormozi. Like his main videographer is Caleb. I'm sure tons of people are in Caleb's DMs trying to figure out, hey man, can we work together? Just because they saw him work with Alex Hormozi. These type of clients usually pay the most, but there are stipulations to these clients, and this is what I'm going to get into. So a lot of people always want to work with whales, and the problem is, guys, like don't work with these guys unless you're ready. If you're not ready, don't take these guys on because there's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation working with these clients. Yes, there's good money. Yes, you get a lot of recognition. Yes, you get a lot of notoriety. But again, a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation. So if you don't know your stuff, if you are not an experienced videographer or you don't understand marketing with video, be very careful. Now, I'm not saying don't approach these guys. Of course, approach these guys. You want these big budgets. You want these big paydays, of course. But what I'm saying is be mindful of what you're doing. I know a lot of videographers who take on these big clients and they'll still take on 30, 40 other clients or a bunch of other clients, and they drop the ball with these big clients. They lose these big contracts because they don't deliver on what they need to deliver. So as far as these whales go, they usually understand the power of video. They've used video before. They probably made money off of video. They know they know the value of video. They are willing to spend if they see value and results. If you can give them results, they don't care what the budget is. As long as it makes sense with what they're spending versus what they're getting, they'll spend the money. If you can guarantee them they can make $1 million off of video, they'll spend 200,000. Like it's easy, right? They can do that for sure. Again, like I said earlier, bigger budget but bigger pressure on results. And these are usually the hardest to sell for beginners, but the easiest to sell for experienced videographers. So for someone like me, I already know how to approach them. I know how to have a conversation with them. I already know how to talk to them just because I've done this so many times. This is usually the easiest sell for me. Just because my accolades and everything like that. So usually we can work together. So so you can make good money selling to puppies. So you can make good money selling to the puppies. So this is the problem everyone has, right? Everyone wants to go after these type of clients, but this is the thing, right? You can make great money selling to these guys. these guys, right? You can make great money. You don't have to go after these clients. You can make great money doing this. Now, the way you can make great money is think of Amazon, think of Walmart, think of like, long service care, think of anything that doesn't require that special care and touch, right? The main metric that you have to focus on when you're doing sales or when you're pitching these clients is sales and fulfillment. Sales fulfillment. That's what you need to focus on. Once you kind of get a firm grip of both sides, you can play with the pricing and you can even try new offers, try new packages, try new things to bring in more clients, right? So the easier the fulfillment, the lower you can drop the price. And what I mean by that is, let's say you are, let's talk music video for a little bit, right? Let's say you are Hype Williams or Little X. If you don't know who that is, that's like a music video director in the 90s that directed a lot of rap videos. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, whatever, all these big artists. And they always had big budgets, $1 million budget, $2 million budget, all these huge budgets. But they had that special care and touch that only they could do. So they were hot in demand, and they allotted those budgets for them because they had a name. Every single one of their music videos was a big hit. Like, it was just, But let's say this, right? Let's say someone's like, hey man, I can't afford these guys. And then those guys were like, hey, listen, yeah, sure, I'm $1 million per music video, but I have some guys under me who have learned from me. They know a little bit of what I can do, and they don't do $1 million videos. They do $50,000 videos, right? So, mind you, these guys, Hype Williams, Little X, they train them. They showed them their SOPs. SOPs are standard operating procedures. They showed them their SOPs. They showed them like their style, how to shoot, how to edit, their storyboard, whatever, and they sent them to go do it for $50,000. And then they take a cut, they pay them, and they take the little cut. You can do the same thing with video, right? So let's say you sell, and this is why it's important to systemize your business. Let's say you have a business model where you're selling brand story videos, right? You're selling a very basic brand story video. When I say basic, I mean it's a two camera shot, right? One here, 2 camera shot. It's a script that goes into someone's backstory, why they got into the business, what they love most about the business, and clients and customers that they've helped, right? Let's say that's the framework for it, right? 2 cameras, that same framework on the script, and maybe you use, you have a wide selection of like 20 background music, 20 background songs that you can rotate through. And let's say it's a half a day shoot, right? So you have everything systemized. You can hire a videographer for a half a day shoot. You can hire him for $500. I mean, if you want to go lower, you can go lower. You can hire someone for $350, right? $350. You have all the cameras already. You're like, hey man, come shoot. I have these cameras. Have you shot with a Sony before? Yeah, I've shot with a Sony before. Okay, I have 2 Sonys. Come shoot. I'm gonna give you a list of questions to ask. It's a half a day shoot. How much you gonna charge me? Oh, $350, $500. Okay, cool. And then you can charge the client $1,000 or $1,500 or $1,200, right? So you have the guy. You're gonna send someone out to go shoot it for a low ticket price, for a cheaper price, and then he gives you the footage, and then you hand it off to an editor overseas who's edited brand story videos, or who's your brand story video editor guy, and he does it for a few $100. Now you pocket the rest, so you probably pocket $500, and you pay off maybe like $1,000 total, right? Now you're probably thinking like, man, but why would I do that? I'm only making $500. Yeah, but the benefit of that is it doesn't take you a lot of time. It's not hard, and it's not a lot of managing, right? It's not hard. Doesn't take a lot of time, not a lot of managing. So you can rack up 2-3 of those a day, right? You can rack up 2 or 3 of those a day. Now, if you rack up, let's say 3 of those a day, or let's keep it simple. Let's say you rack up 1 a day, every single day though, 5 a week. That's $2,500 you're making a week. In a month, that's $10,000. And it's not a lot of stuff. It's not a lot of work. The fulfillment is very low because you're hiring someone for this and you're hiring someone for that. And it's so easy that they can do it. So you can make 10 grand just doing that alone. Right now, let's say if you have something like, okay, you're selling a brand story video, ads, content, and maybe some retargeting ads, and your price point is $25,000. That's going to be a little bit harder to scale because it's harder to train people, because a lot of that stuff takes your personal touch. Ads takes your personal touch. Yeah, you can outsource, but it's going to be hard to manage, right? So you and your in-house team have to do it. So it's going to take more time, more energy, and it's going to be harder for you to really scale that, right? So again, there's two different ways of making a lot of money, guys, right? You can either sell something cheap, mass, right? Cheap. You can sell something cheap at mass, at scale. You can sell a lot of it, or you can sell something very, very expensive and sell a little bit of it during a month, and you'll still make the same amount of money. It all depends on really what your business model is. But yeah, so SOPs are key for every business. SOPs are key. The things that require more care and fulfillment should be priced higher because less of the team are able to deliver. So let me give you a perfect example. So this right here, this is a friend of mine, a wedding DJ company in what a DJ company that does weddings specifically, right? So he has a team of DJs that work for him. So this is how his pricing model is. DJ Malik alone charges $10,000 to DJ a wedding. And if you can't afford him, you can hire someone from his team and they charge $2,000. Why? Because they're not Malik. Malik is in high demand. He has a lot of energy. He knows how to control the crowd. He's a phenomenal DJ. So people always want to book him. And he saw that he was such in high demand. But again, right, back to this, it takes a lot of care and a lot of fulfillment for him. It takes up a lot of energy. And he's mastered that craft. So he's like, all right, I'm going to bump my price up to 10K. But I have all these guys who I know, and they're 2K. So he charges 2K. He pays them whatever he pays them, and he takes his cut. So here he has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 DJs. Let's say he makes, and I don't know, so don't quote me on this. I don't know if this is what he does, but 13 DJs. Let's say he charges, 2, 3K for them, and he takes his cut. He's making 13K off of these DJs. Still good money, right? 13K, and then if someone wants to book him, does $10,000. So guys, this is how you can make money with video. You can sell something low fulfillment for cheap a lot of times, or you can sell a very high expensive thing for very few times, but you can still make good money. So hopefully this helped. I want you guys to be very wise of like how you're pricing your stuff. Remember, video is a luxury. So you should treat it as such. But you can make good money from all three different types of clients. So hopefully this helped. Let me know if you have any questions, and we are out.